Hello everyone, welcome to ACE online class, and this is Narendra. And in today's class, we will discuss one of the very important topic of the arithmetic, and that is profit and loss. Take the any examinations, whether RRB, SSC or banking, you get the questions, one or two questions from profit and loss. So let's begin here. The very first question on your board is this. So let me read the question first, and then I will give 30 seconds for you to think and respond to it. So let's begin over here. What is the question? The very simple question over here is, on selling an article, not the 20% on the cost price. So is losing 20% on the selling price. Now the question is, at what price should he sell it in order to gain 25%? In order to get come on my friends, I am sure some of you will be able to answer it. Some of you will be able to answer it. Oh, option 2. Are Channa Rakesh, very good evening. Are Ammanji, very good evening, sir. Very good evening. And Appal Naidu, that is 1250. That means you are saying option choice 3. So you are right, option choice 3. So your speed and accuracy is very good. Once you are understanding that the selling price and the 20% loss on the selling price, that means this is 80% as we discussed. So now I will find out the cost price. So what will be the cost price? That is 800. I need to convert that into 100% divided by 80%. Now this becomes the cost price, and after that what you might have done it, that I need the 25% profit. So if the profit is 25%, we know the cost price is always 100%. So if I need the selling price, then what percentage I need? I need that this is 100 plus 25, that is 125% I need. That means my requirement is 125 by 100. So you must have done this way. I'm very happy to note that you answered correctly. So I notice that this gets cancelled 10 times. Am I right over here? So with 25, this is 5 times, and this is 4 times. With 4, this is 25. With 4, this is 25, and with 80, this is 10 times. So that is 25 into 5, 125 into 10. So rightly you have answered it. That is 1250. Let's take the next question over here. And this is the next question. What is this question? Allow me to read it out. A shopkeeper bought 120 quintal of wheat. 20% of it was sold at 25% loss, and what percentage gain should he sell the remaining in order to gain 25% on the whole? So you understood that out of 120 quintal, 20% is sold at 25% loss. At what percent profit he should sell the remaining part? That is the remaining 80%, in order to get the overall 25% profit. Okay, your time starts now, and I am sure you are practicing with me. 1250. Previously I mentioned 1250. Okay, okay, that's right, Mr. Swami. Good, sir. We are together practicing it. Just take it in this way, and you will come to know the best method of answering these questions. So, for this question, this type of questions, there is a beautiful method. In the least time you can answer the question, and I see that Appalnaidu has answered. It says that 33.33, I think. Are you saying this one? What percentage profit he should sell the remaining? Okay. No, option 3 you are saying. Okay, let me check that. Appalnaidu has said option 3, and which is right. What Appalnaidu must be knowing is this, that 20%. I can write down this in fraction, that is 1/5. 1/5 is sold at a loss of 25%. So, minus 25 and plus what is the remaining? 1/5, then the remaining will be 4/5, 80%. So, 4/5 is sold at X% profit, and overall there is a profit of 25%. This is the equation we found. Aman, hope you are you must be very clear on this kind of questions. This is minus 5. When I take the minus 5 on the other side, it will become plus 5, and that comes 30. 30 into what I get? 30 into 5/4, right? Now, here the 15, 15, 5, 75, 75 divided by 2, that comes 37.5. So, that is 37.5% is the value of X. X is equal to. Hope this is clear. The very small understanding that I know the 1/5 profit or loss. So, as it is a loss, I put it in minus, and here the remaining 4/5 I do not know. I took that as X, and the total is this part plus this part, which is equal to overall, which is 25%. Solving the equation, I got the answer. So, some of you have answered it. Appalnaidu, am I right here? Let us move on to the next question here, and let me see how many of you will be able to answer it. Okay. An article is sold at a certain price. I do not know what the SP is. Now, if it is sold at 80% of this price, so sold, when it is saying this price, that means say it is talking about the selling price. So, if it is sold the 80% of the selling price, then there will be a loss of 10%. Loss of 10%. That means selling price will be equal to 90% of the cost price. Okay, what is the percentage profit when the article is sold at original selling price? Think of it, my dear friends, how to do it. Then I am sure when Appalnaidu and Rakesh is there, Chinna Rakesh is there, 12.5%. Oh my God! Look at the way the Appalnaidu has answered the question. He says 12.5%, that is option choice 2. Still 17, 15, 14 seconds is there on your screen. Let me check if anyone else answered the question. As usual, Appalnaidu always answer first. Okay, the time is up at my end and also at your end. So, what we are going to do over here is that this is 80% of the selling price. Sold at 80% of this price means selling price. So, I can write the direct equation over here. The 80% of selling price is equal to, in that case, 10% loss. That means selling price is equal to 90% of the cost price. So, 90%, I am not writing percentage because both will get cancelled over here. So, 90% of the cost price. From here I am getting the ratio. What is SP by CP? So, SP by CP is nothing but 9 by 8. So, if the CP is 8 parts, the SP is 9 parts. So, Appalnadu has answered the question, he must have understood the way to answer it. So, there is a profit of 1 part. So, what is the profit percentage? The profit percentage is there is 1 part profit over the cost price 8 parts, and 1 by 8 is nothing but 12.5%. Well done, sir. Well done, 12.5. See that if you keep doing the practice, or if you repeat it, your understanding is much more faster, and your calculation will also be faster. So, before you attempt the question in the examination, you must know that how to approach the question while reading the question. So, you bring yourself to that level, and I am moving to the next one. Now, the next one is over here. Let me see how many of you can Appalnadu answer the question with the same speed. A person sells an article at 16% below the cost price. Okay, that means 84% of the cost price. Now, he had he sold it for rupees 33 more, then he would have gained 14%. To gain 25%, what should be the selling price? Simple basic question, and I am sure here your 30 seconds starts now. And yeah, Mr. Swami, try this. Mr. Rakesh, you have rightly said option 2 in the previous case. Come on, try to answer it. Still you have 13 seconds. Anyone answers it? 7, 6, the time is over from my end and also at your end. So, how do we respond to this? Look at this one. Earlier there was a loss of 16%, 16% loss, and if we increase the price by 33 rupees, there will be a profit of 14%. So, what is the difference? The difference between these two is 16 plus 14, which is nothing but 30. So, it increases from loss, it's become profit. So, this is 30% difference, and when you are increasing the price by rupees 33. So, it is asked that if you want to gain 25%, what should be the selling price? So, when I know 30% of 33 divided by 30%, that means 0.3, I will be getting 100%. But what is my requirement? I need 25% profit, that means 100 is the cost price plus 25, my requirement is 125. So, 125, I can write down this one as 425 by 100, which is 5 by 4. Done. So, when I cancel this part, look at this one. This is 110 times. This gets cancelled 110 times, and further it is getting cancelled by how much? That is 2 times, and this is 55 times, and 55 into 5, that comes 5, 5, 25, 25, 27 divided by 2, and that I get that is 13, and 15 is left 7.5. That means if it is sold for 137.5, he will be getting 25% profit. I can write 125 by 100, but when you know the mental calculation, 125 by 100 is nothing but 5 by 4. You can directly write it down. Let me see, anyone answer the question? Option 2. Option 2. That's right, Appalnadu, you were always first to answer the question. Okay, and Varshini, very good evening, Varshini. Okay, let's move on to the next question on the board, and which is this. So, allow me to read the question here. And what is this question? A man sells his goods at a certain price. I don't know what the selling price is. 20% of which is his profit. So, 20% of which is his profit. So, which means 20% of the selling price. Yeah, understand that part. Otherwise, in the exams, you speedily read it and you think that 20% is the profit on cost price. Now, here 20% profit on the selling price. Now, if the price at which he buys the goods increase by 10%, cost price increase by 10%, and he sells them at a 8% higher price. Whatever the previous price was, now he sells a 8% more than that. Then what will be the profit percentage? Correct to decimal place. How should we answer it? Think about it. The 30 seconds after that I will start guiding you. Very good evening, Varshini. Very good evening. Let's answer this question. We are just practicing together. Take this in this way. It will be very helpful that more and more questions you are answering in the exam. Option 3, Varshini already answered it. She says 21.4%. Okay, the time is over. Let's check that the Varshini is correct or not. What she must have done over here is we know that 20% profit on the selling price. That means profit by selling price is given to us 20%, which is nothing but 1 by 5 in terms of fraction. So, selling price is 5 parts, of which the profit is 1 part. Then cost price will be how many parts? That is 5 minus 1, 4 parts. So, now you have these two, that is profit is 1 part and the cost price is 4 part. So, what is the original profit? The original profit will be 1 over 4, that is profit over cost price, which is nothing but 25%. Done. Now, what is my requirement? Now, here it says that the selling price, if he buy the goods by 10% more. So, that means this is cost price, this is profit and this is selling price. If the 100 is the cost price, what is the profit percentage we got? We got profit percentage 25% on the cost price. So, here I will be taking 25 over here profit and the selling price is 125. Now, it is said that if the goods increase by 10%, cost price is increased by 10%. So, it has become 110, right, and he sells it at 8% higher prices. So, what is 8% of this? So, 8% of 125, which is nothing but 10. So, when you increase this by 8%, that means when you are increasing it by 10, so the new selling price will be 135. Right, my dear friends? Now, the question is, then what will be the profit percentage? Let me check, anyone answered it? From here onwards, I am sure some of you will answer it, and I think the Varshini has said option 3, that is 21.4. Okay. Up to this it is clear how we have converted profit over selling price to profit over cost price. You must have understood this part. Okay. Now, we have taken that if the cost price is 100, the profit 25 and the selling price 125. Now, we applied the changes. Cost price increased by 10% and the selling price is increased by 8%. So, 8% of 125 is nothing but 10. Okay. Here it comes how much profit? The profit is, I noticed that this is 25 is the new profit. So, the 25 profit over 110. So, what is the profit percentage? So, the profit percentage will be, anyone answered it? Option 4, Chinna Rakesh, it says option 4, Varshini said option 4, Varshini agreed with option 4, let me check that, 22.7 is the answer, yeah, that's right, that's right. So, here there is one part that the convert the profit from on selling price to profit on cost price. The rest part is very clear. How many parts are increased from here to here? How many parts are increased? So, that is 10 part is increased. Am I right? Okay. And how much is the price increased? When 10 part, I simply have to find out the profit percentage. Why I am thinking of this? Okay. So, I simply have to take the profit percentage where we know the profit and we know the cost price. So, 25 over 110, and you people have rightly said 22.7 something comes. So, well done. Take the next question, and here is your next question. Come on, allow me to read the question. What is this? An article was sold at a profit of 14%. Had it been sold for rupees 121 less, a loss, here it was profit. If you are reducing the selling price by 121, there is a loss of 8%. Now, what would have been 8 would have been incurred if the same article had been sold for rupees 536.25, then what will be the profit or loss percentage? Okay, my dear friends, how do we do this part? We already know from profit it goes in loss. So, what is the percentage overall? 14 plus 8, that is 22%. Why 22% gap? Because you have reduced the price by 121. So, 22% of the cost price is equal to 121. Now, it is said that if the selling price would have been this one 536.25, what would have been the profit or loss percentage? You can think from here onwards. Your time starts now. Your time starts now. 2.5%, Aman. Wow. Chinna Rakesh, the Aman is the one who is very, very good in either reasoning or quant, any chapter of the quant. Varshini says option D, 2.5%. Oh my God. Let me check that. Is that correct? Loss of 2.25%. Okay. Anyhow, let me check that whether there is a loss or profit. So, what we are going to do over here is, what will be this value, this percentage. So, if 22% is 121, then 536.25 will be what percentage? So, if I cancel this one, I notice that both the numbers are getting cancelled by 11. So, cancel by 11 because here it is 11 and here it is 10. It is not getting cancelled. So, I need to go with the options. Okay, okay. How do we cancel this? That is 5, 6, no, 1 minute. 5 plus 6, that is 16, and here it is 5. The difference is 11. Therefore, the number is divisible by 11. So, let us cancel this by 11 here, that 11 times, and this one comes over here is 4 times 44. I left with 9 and 6, 96, 8 times and then I left with 88, that means 8 and 2, 8 and 2, 82. So, that is 7 times 77. I left with 5. So, I get the 5 over here, and I have multiplications. Now, 11 is there with 11. So, 11 to 22 it gets cancelled. Now, why I was hesitating that. Okay. Now, let us multiply this and see what happens. That is 2 5 10 carry 1, and 2 7 14 and 1 15 carry 1, and 2 8 16 1 17 carry 1, and 2 4 8 plus 1 9. That means it is 97.5%. So, this value is 97.5% of the cost price. If this value is 97, selling price is 97.5% of the cost price, that means there is a loss. How much loss? 100 minus 97.5, which is 2.5% loss. So, 2.5% loss. All you people which have calculated, yeah, that's right, that's right, Varshini. You have clearly mentioned that 2.5% loss, and Rakesh has rightly said option choice 3. Well done. Take the next question over here, and you are understanding, right, how I am putting this. Why did I put this 22% divided by value 121 and multiplied by this number? How did I put it? You must be understanding that part. So, I am not getting into that. Your next question on the board is this. Okay, come on, let us see that with the same speed can you answer this. Now, Sudha bought 80 article for the same price, and she sold some of them at 8% profit and the remaining at 12% loss, resulting in overall profit of 6%. Okay. The number of items sold at a 6% profit, overall 6%, number of articles sold by 6% profit. I think is there any mistake over here? Are we talking about 6% profit? No, it should be 8% profit. I am sorry, there is a correction. How many articles are sold at 8% profit? Okay, I will not give the clue. I understand that experts are, you people are good in quant of this level. So, your time has started. Think of it. How will you respond? Varshini 8. Yeah, that's right, Varshini 8. And when Aman is there, very difficult to beat Aman. So, Aman says 72, Varshini says 72, that means option choice 3. Okay, shall I check? This is the answer, option 3, that is right. So, that means you immediately what Varshini and Aman understood it. You know, one is 8% profit, the other one is 12% loss, and overall we have the 6% profit. So, you have taken the difference, you must have applied the alligation mixture, both Aman and Varshini, they must have done this way. So, what is the difference over here? The difference here is 18 and the difference here is 2, that means 9 is to 1. So at 8% profit, how many parts are 8% profit? 9 parts are sold out of total 10 parts. So what is the total number of articles? The total number of articles are 80. So that is 80 into, I need the 9 parts out of 10 parts. So you nicely wrote, your answer is 72. Well done. Well done. Anyone else? Varshini, Aman? Moving to the next question. Hope you understood this part and is here. What is this question all about? Allow me to read. The profit got on selling an article for rupees 1100 is 3 times thrice the loss incurred in selling the same article for 700. So we have this as SP1, we have this SP2, and it is given that the profit is equal to 3 times of loss. If the loss is X, if the loss is X, profit is equal to, if the, so 3 times of profit is equal to 3 times of loss. So let us consider that the loss is the profit is X, 3 times of loss. Okay, if the loss is X, if the loss is X, that means 3x, and here it is X, the profit is 3 times of loss. That means what is the total comes over here? How many parts? 4 parts. I will just give another 30 seconds for you to think of it and answer the question. 900, when Aman is there, no one can beat him. Very difficult to beat him, very difficult. Okay. Let me at your end 11 second, 10 second. Okay, Varshini, 900. Anywhere? Option choice 1, both Aman and Varshini is saying option choice 1. Let me check that. Is it option 1? Yeah, that's right. Option 1. So, what is the method is? What is the difference between SP and SP1 and SP2? The difference is 1100 minus 700, that is 400. So, loss is equal to 400 divided by total number of parts. The profit is equal to 3 times of loss. So, here profit 1, here it is 3x and here it is x. The total is 4x. That means total is 4 parts. So, when I divide this by 4, then I get the loss. So, my loss is 100. You are asked to find out what should be the selling price of the article to get 12.5% profit. So, we already know loss is 100. When the loss is 100, when the selling price is 700. So, what is the cost price? The cost price is equal to 700 plus the loss, right? Selling price plus loss is equal to cost price, and which comes 800. Now, the profit when 12.5% is there, that is nothing but 1 by 8. So, take the 1/8 of this number. So, 800's 1/8 is nothing but 100. So, what should be the selling price? You people have rightly said the required selling price is 800 cost price and the profit 100, the total is become 900. Done well? Well done, sir. But try to apply this method. If it says that the profit is equal to 4 times of the loss, 4 times of the loss, then the total part will be 5. Then I will divide the 400 by 5. I will directly get loss, not profit. I will get loss, x value. Okay. So, here I am moving on to the next question, which is here. Okay. So, here you please allow me to read the question. Sudha sold an article to Renu. Okay, Sudha sold an article to Renu for rupees 576 at a loss of 20%. Done. Now, what Renu does, Renu spends some money, that is rupees 224 on transportation, and the Renu sells it, sold to Raghu at what price? At a price which would have given Sudha profit of 25%. Sudha sold to Renu for 576, which is in the loss of 20%. So, if there is a loss of 20%, that means this is 80% of the cost price. This is 80% of the cost price. Now, here it says that to Raghu at a price which would have given Sudha a profit of 25%. So, I already know 80%. So, can I find out what will be the 125%? Because here there is a profit of 25%, that means selling price should be 125%. So, the very first step what you expected to do is 576, my requirement is Sudha's profit 25%, selling price. Here the Raghu at a price which would give Sudha a profit of 25%. At that price, who sold? Renu sold to Raghu. So, what is that price? So, here 125 divided by 80, this is 80%. Why 80%? Because there is a loss of 20% by selling at 576 by Sudha. So, this will give us at what price it is sold to Raghu. Now, the question is what is the percentage profit of Renu? I already know the Renu selling price is this. What is the percentage profit? So, you know the cost price for which the Renu has bought 576, but she spent another 224 rupees on it. So, you have to add this 224 on the cost price whatever comes. Hope you are understanding, my dear friends. Take your 30 seconds and start. Oh my God, 12.5% option choice 1. Whenever Aman is there, it is very, very difficult for other people to counter Aman. Varshini, Aman is very good. Appal Naidu, where is Appal Naidu? Where is Rakesh? Rakesh, Aman is very good. You people are also doing very well. It is not that only Aman, you people are also doing very well. Now, allow me to explain this. At what price it is sold to Raghu by Renu, I do not know, but I have some narration about it, that at a price which would have given Sudha profit of 25%. And Sudha is mentioned over here. Sudha sold to Renu for 576 with a 20% loss. That means this is 80% of the cost price. If she gets 25% profit, that means that will be 125%. So, 576 into required one, that is 125, divided by this represents 80. So, divided by 80. Now, we will check what happens over here. So, I notice that this is getting cancelled with 10 times, and with 8, 7 is 56, and this is 2 times. So, I can cancel this with 5 over here, this is 2 times, and this is 25 times. With 2, this gets cancelled, 32 times, 32 into 2, that comes how much? 32 into 25, that comes 700 and how much will that be? Will that be 900? 32 followed by 0 divided by 4. So, that comes 800. Is my calculation is going right? So, the cost price, she will be getting 125% profit. I think I made some mistake in the calculation over here. Allow me to repeat, revise this calculation, which is not supposed to be done. Okay. So, here 576 divided by 80, and I need 125%, where 80% is known to us. So, this is with 8 10 times, and with 8 7 56 and 8 2, and here with 5 2 times, and with 5 this is 25 times, and here this is 36. Again we are getting the same thing. So, when I divide, I made a mistake here. Look at this one, I wrote 32. So, 36 divided by 4, because multiplying any number by 25, placing the 2 0 and divide it by 4. So, I will place the 2 0 divide by 4, and that comes 900. This is what the selling price according to this 25% profit, if Sudha would have been got 25% profit. So, this is the selling price of whom? The selling price of Renu. I need to find out the Renu's profit percentage. So, what is the cost price of Renu? The cost price of Renu is nothing but 576 plus the additional expenditure she has done, that is 224, and which gives us 800. So, we got both the value, we got the cost price and we got the selling price, that there is a profit of 100 over 100 over 800. Cost price is 800, 1 by 8, which is nothing but 12.5%. Beautifully answer the question, my young friends. 36, yes, that's right, Aman. So, I made a mistake over here of writing 32. So, well advised, thank you very much. So, can you Anusha, very good evening. Is that clear, Chinna Rakesh? He has already mentioned up to this one. This was coming the 800, but I made a mistake over here, so I erased this part. So, here how we got the selling price with the minimum writing, and the cost price is very simple. It is given here, the value here and the expenditure, both are in terms of value, no percentage, nothing. Okay, well done. Moving on to the next question, and is okay, 12.5%, beautifully answered it. Next one, let's say that Aman will be first again. Here a man bought an article and sold it at 10% profit, and a condition is there that if he had bought the article at 20% less and sold it for 1000 rupees more, selling price 1000 rupees more, he would have made a profit of 40%. In this condition, if okay, now the earlier selling price of the article is, now it's your turn, Varshini, Aman and Chinna Rakesh, Swami. Come on, my friends, try to answer it. Simply we are working together. The only thing is, in some of the cases I will show you the best method. So, like that the lot of practice will be done, your own practice, that's we call it self practice, practice with friends, practice with YouTube. Okay, look at this. Aman again striked first and says 55,000. Allow me to check if anyone agree with him or not. In the meanwhile, I will try to solve the question over here. So, what is the question given to us is a man bought an article and sold it at 10% profit. So, if the cost price is 100, profit will be 10 and the selling price will be 110. Now, I will come to this change the condition. So, if we bought the article at 20% less, so that means take out 20% from 100, so you are getting 80. Remember that this is CP, this is profit, this is selling price. So, and he sells for rupees 1000 more. The selling price if increased by 1000, then he made a profit of 40%. So, 40% on the cost price. So, what is 40% of 80? 4832. So, 112. This comes 112. That's profit is 32. So, 80 plus 32, that comes 112. Now, look at this angle now. How many parts here increased? 2 parts increased. That represents how much value? 1000. 2 part 1000, 1 part 5000. So, it is asked that who would have made a profit? The earlier selling price is previous selling price. Anyone answered other than Aman? Okay. So, what is the previous selling price? The previous selling price is 110 parts. When I know one part is 500, then 110 parts will be how much? So, I am just simply writing this one, but usually you do not write this. One part is 500, then 110 parts will be 5 into 11, that is 55, followed by 3 zeros. That is your answer. At least together we will practice in this way, and 1 minute 55. Hope other understood it, what the Aman has correctly answered. I am moving on to the next question. Okay. And is, oh Aman, that is right sir, 55,000, and is here. Allow me to read the question first. A shopkeeper sold 2 articles for certain money, and in one he gains let us make it 18%. He gains 18%, and the option may not match. Let it be 19%, and the other one at a loss of 19%. What is the overall profit percentage? I know Aman will hardly take 1 or 2 seconds to answer the question. Your 30 seconds is here. Appal Naidu has rightly answered it, 55,000, and Krishnamurthy, right, in the previous question I think you answered, and Krishnamurthy has again answered. He says 4. He says 4 in this question. If he is right, he has defeated Aman in terms of speed. Okay. Option choice 4 so nicely. Why? Yes. You know that whenever the selling price 1 is equal to selling price 2, in one x% profit, in another x% loss, there is always loss, and the loss percentage is nothing but x square by 100. So, this question fit into this formula. Okay. So, what is x here? The selling price of 2 articles is same. So, x is 19. So, there is always a loss. 19 square 361. So, that comes 361 by 100, which rightly said most of you, that is 3.61 is the loss. 3.61% is the loss. I am just following this one. But will you always get in this way? Check with the next question. And is yeah, that's right. Those who said option 4, check the next question. Now, here is the next question, and compare with the previous question. Now, a shopkeeper sold 2 articles for rupees 5,625. On one, he gains 25%, and in another, he lost 50%. Here the percentage is not same. We can't use the x square by 100 because the gain is 25%, whereas loss is 50%. Okay. So, what is the overall percentage profit or loss? Think of it, my dear friend. After 30 seconds, I will explain it. Okay, someone has written something here. Sir, जितना भी concept ही सीखा है सर, कॉन्सेप्ट ही सीखा है. ओके, ठीक है अमन. अभी क्या होता है ना, यूट्यूब में अगर डिफ़िकल्ट क्वेश्चंस डाल दें तो लोग अनकंफर्टेबल फील करते हैं अमन. कोई बात नहीं है, लेकिन लेवल 2 ले आएंगे और उसमें सभी जो है मेन लेवल के क्वेश्चंस लेकर आएंगे. सो इसके आंसर बताइए अमन जी. सो ऑल ऑफ यू कैन आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन. Look at this one. How should I answer this question? This is not based on the concept. Now, as selling price 1 is equal to selling price 2, SP1 is equal to SP2 each. So, in one he gains 25%. So, 125% of CP1. Selling price is same. So, whatever is the CP1, 125% of CP1 is equal to, in the second case, he lost 50%. So, what will be the selling price? The remaining 50% of the cost price. So, 50% of cost price 2. Now, can I get the ratio over here? The CP1 by CP2, which is equal to that 50 by 125, and that comes 2 by 5. So, here in the first case, what is happening? 25% profit. Look at this one. Here it is 25% profit, and in the second case 50% loss. 50% loss. Can you handle the question from here onwards? I will just wait. Some of you will be able to answer it, and Appal Naidu answered it. It is a combined profit. Okay, Hemant Kumar, very good evening Hemant. Very good evening. So, combined profit, you are right sir, it is combined profit. So, look at this one, 25%, which is nothing but 1 by 4. So, what I will do is, I will multiply the entire fraction by 2 in order to make this 4 and this 10. So, 50% I can take it out. So, I will write this one as a 4 by 5, 4 by 10. This as 4 by 10. Simply I multiplied this by 2 in order to take 25% of 4, which is a 1/4 of 4, which is nothing but 1, and 50% loss over here. So, what is the 50% of this one? That is nothing but 5. This is loss. So, overall what happens? There is a loss of 4 over the total cost price, that is 4 plus 10, which is 14. Now, this is the total cost price and this is the total loss, overall loss, overall cost price. So what is the profit percentage? So the profit percentage here nothing but 2 by 4 by 7 loss percentage. I am sorry, loss percentage, that is 4 over 14, that comes 2 by 7. And you know that 1 by 7 which is equal to 14 1 by 7, and what will be 2 by 7? So 28 2 by 7, that should be 14 2 by 7, I am sorry, 14 2 by 7. So this will become 4, 28 4 by 7. So that is 2 by 7 is nothing but 28 4 by 7 percentage loss. Easiest way to answer the question. Okay, as my time is up, I have another class after this. So I thanks all you people, those who joined, including Hemant, Aman, Chinna Rakesh, and so is who are the other, Appal Naidu, and all the other people. Right, my dear friends. So with this I will close this one. So just a practice 1 hour. Tomorrow again there will be a class from 5 to 6. With this, thank you very much and wish you all the best to all of you. If you liked it, then push the like button, right?